Greetings, traveler.
So guys, we are going to have a look at a game played by Zhao Liao, I think. So he's been in my chat a few times, and he's a like very high rated player on the NA server. So let us have a look at it. It's a beast, dragon, mech, pirate, undead game. He's looking like he wants Rarran right now, but maybe that might just be his reroll pick. Duos needs to be removed. I mean, you are splitting the player base a little bit, but I think it's fine to have, and I think a lot of people play a little bit of both. We're probably just going to go with the 3-on-3 curve, right? Let's see if he goes for the discovery here, or if he wants to do something spicy. Usually you just take Eastern Plague Lands. Yeah. We start with the dragon. Give it a couple years, we'll have Shady and mini duos. Well, that was my youngest, right? She just turned 2. Yeah. There's gonna be a point at which they're gonna ask, but we're not there yet, so. 3-1-3 Jeef says is the best curve. Yeah, but there are always nuances, little changes based on the meta, based on the mechanics. There was a meta where you actually didn't sell here, and you started with like 1-3, or certain anomalies at the very least. He's actually got an interesting shop here. There's stuff you can do. Just gonna go for the 3. There's the 1-2 with the 2-5 pirates. There's automaton, which is also pretty good to pick up early. The problem is that he has a flag instead of a chef's choice, so it's kind of bad if he goes for any of the minion buys. If there's a chef's choice here, you have much more of a case for not leveling here. Ooh, we found a Graverobber, but that doesn't do too much. Yeah. So what's the other one? Courier? I mean, we could technically go 4-on-4, but Graverobber doesn't really do anything here. You have nothing to reborn. Guess there's an old soul, but you want to keep that in your hand. So he ends up going for the Graverobber after all, and then just holds it to try and get a good reborn. No. So yeah, this is like he seems to be really considering everything, taking his time. That's definitely a good thing to do if you want to maximize your results here, because it is a pretty awkward situation. His turn 3 was a bit awkward. His turn 4 was definitely awkward. It feels like he might just have to buy the book and level. You could also buy the book and roll on tier 3, but I guess he can already buy the book, roll, and trade his gambler on 4. I actually don't hate that. Like, level, buy the book, roll for free, and then trade your gambler for potentially an undead that you can reborn, or you find a bigwig or something. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. He's also a fan. This is not worth, right? You just roll again. It's a bit unfortunate for this to be our first chop. The 5-5 will keep you alive. I'd probably just grab the 5-5. He's looking at it. Yeah, it's going in on it. This is a surprisingly good unit, by the way. Yeah, you have to put the 5-5 first here. I mean, it's 15-15 worth of tempo. It's not as good as a 15-15, but it does add like 2 times 5-5 to your board. So I've been buying this quite a bit to keep me alive early. Turn 6. Bounties, Stein, vouchers. This is end of turn, your undeads have +1 attack. That's so unplayable. Holy money, though. Okay. Like, how is that a trinket? At the end of the turn, get an Anubarak proc. Like, how would you ever, like, compare that to, like, the bounty trinket you just took? Okay, found an undead to reborn. I think we probably have to pick one here. Wow. He's gonna push past that, okay. He's looking for a lot better. Now, I think the Alec here leveled up, right, to 5. So he knows he's maybe a little bit safer here. The Researcher, if we had to reborn handless, would be interesting, yeah, to farm. It's always so interesting to see different players, how they navigate these tricky spots. Because this was not an easy position to play at all. Not great. Yeah, considering everything, right? He has Macaw to trigger the death rattle here to get the stats. Yeah, I think he has to do that. And then just keep his Graverobber. It's interesting that he's holding this Graverobber so long. Hey, Sliders. How you doing, man? So he should probably have a good chance of not taking damage here because he has the Macaw plus another defender and the opponent went to 5. Ooh, what the? Oh my god! That is such a dumb card to get here. And then he got Titus from it too. Holy moly. And he can taunt it because he's Alec here. That is actually outrageous. Okay, he did not get kecked here. Holy. Holding Graverobber for the greater trinket? Dude. Well, he picked up this guy too, right? I'm sure if he had a good reborn, he would have used it. But what is a good reborn? I guess the Anubarak type thing. The Plague Runner. Cadaver? Cadaver, right? Yeah, Cadaver. Cadaver for a triple. That's true. Pick up Graverobber and then you roll the Cadaver and you get some value there. All right, so he has taken a long time before he starts doing something. That is just like, I used to play Arena like that, but that just means that I'm gonna fast forward to the start of the turns a little bit more. He really wants to think everything through before he starts to make a move. He's picking up Stegodon here. Now that is extremely specific, wow. Man, I do not like this spot at all. Just playing the Poet debuff. This guy's playing so slow. Yeah, but he's extremely high ranked. And like I said, when I played Arena back in the day, I would play very slow too. Like I've sped up over the years. It's kind of the reverse, where other people get slower, I got faster. But it's like it's a preference of how you play. You first want to walk through your turn and think about everything you could do. Now it takes away time at the end to APM, but it gives you more insights as to what could save you. And especially in this game where he's been under so much pressure, where his start was not good, he's had like bad shops on 3, then he did not find anything, any payoff for the Graverobber. He has it now finally though. This is the card he's been waiting for the whole time. Now he has to sell down so he has enough board space for the triple. So now he's getting 6 drops. And he bought Stegodon, I guess, to maybe triple into Poltron or something. Nightbane? I mean, he has spells in his hands. You could do that, but I feel like Nightbane's just better. Is this a viewer review? Yes, but he's also like, I think like top 10 NA or something. So very good viewer. Sky Golem. Okay, that's how he stabilizes. So Graverobber, Cadaver, Sky Golem, then Eudora here. It's been fascinating. I would have played this game very differently. Probably also been dead. Because, like, for instance, the Graverobber hold, I would not have set it up, but the Graverobber hold is probably the only way. Ooh, he just takes the Death Rattle. The Graverobber hold is the only reason he is in the game right now, right? Yeah. Just gonna set up Death Rattles here. Using the Macaw to pump the Nightbane with the golden Death Rattle here. That's kind of cute. Picked up that Poet kind of last second one of the turns because he just has a Divine Shield to buff with the Taunt guy. But the Poet pays off now. It's the Stegodon that really confused me. I feel like the Stegodon pick, like where he stayed on tier 4, the staying on tier 4 I can understand because you're looking for a Cadaver so you can, you know, start your comeback with the Graverobber. But the random Stegodon pick, like he probably respects that way more than I do. Maybe it's the specific lobby, but undeads are in. Okay. So he has another Graverobber for another triple. But here he hits the Radio Star portrait. So we saw this yesterday with Matsuri, and then I was immediately able to do it myself too. This is broken right now, guys. So if you've never seen this, strap yourselves in. This is going to be a ride. Now, one thing you need to do is you need to not make golden... you need to be careful if you make golden Graverobber, because you can overflow your hand very easily. But if you don't have Titus on your board, it's not as bad. But you just have to be careful. You see your hand gets so full so fast. You can actually lose your radio star if you're not careful. So now he's just fishing for infinite 6-drops. And it also is infinite money. It's kind of insane. How many hours played do you have? Don't know. Here we see him rebuying that Stegodon, and he's holding chicken, so it seems like his game plan is to use the Graverobbers to fish for Poltrons, and then to go Stegodon, which makes a lot of sense, right? When you really think about it, because it's a comp that very, very heavily relies on Poltron, and it's also quite good once you get it online. And he has a way to cycle a bunch of 6-drops. So that seems like a great strategy in this spot. But he has to be so fast. He has to be... There's so much to do. Alright, now he has that Sky Golem to sort of keep him alive. He also has Eudora. Okay, he's playing Junk Jouster. We're not doing that, right? Okay, wow, this is a lot to do. I guess he wants the Macaws for the Poltron comp or so. The Macaws don't trigger the Graverobber, right? The thing. I'm guessing he wants Macaw for his chicken comp. Because otherwise, why keep them on the board and risk losing? Because he had well, he has Eudora that he could have played here, Macaw Eudora. But I mean, Golden Nightbane, if he just triggers that one time, it's also very good. All right, sell. Yeah, the Macaws are very clearly part of the comp, right? He's gonna want Macaw. So I guess he's just looking to find the triple for it. Gets armor, which is huge. He can now suffer a loss without being too worried about it. We're not playing our Titus, which is good because, like I said, I had the pleasure of doing this one time, and I had Titus on the board, so I simply overflowed my hand. All right. Wait, did he lose his Graverobber? Oh, whoopsie. Okay. I was like, wait, what happened here? Because he needs a Graverobber now, right? That's why when he bought it from the shop, I was like, oh, but he finds it again. It's because he's streaming, chat. If he wasn't streaming, you would never find a Graverobber again. It's just how it is. The plebs don't get anything. The streamers always find their guys, even if they make mistakes. All right, here we go. So, I'm guessing he's gonna settle for double golden chicken, so it's 2 more chickens. Man, this is quite a satisfying way of playing the game. He does need tempo though. He sold his mechs, so without the mechs it's a little scary. But it's so important that you have a long turn when you're setting this up, because he obviously just has the win in his hands here as long as he has enough time, because he has unlimited gold and unlimited 6-drops. It's just time. And if he rolls this Macaw, it's also very good because it just gives him a little bit more board space to work with. Right now, he has to keep these Macaws on the board to play. Okay, his taunting is Mana Saber, so he's not trying to Macaw the Mana Saber. That's interesting. Okay, Sky Golem is a nice pickup because it now means that he's not losing to Ghost. Well, I guess he could have played a Golden Chicken here or something, and hopefully that would be enough. Okay, has a Graverobber still in his hand. There's another mech there. That's good to just put on the board and not die. He's triggered a lot of death rattles because of this. Okay, he has a Wisdom Ball. Ooh. All right, yeah, because he has the big mechs, he doesn't have to worry about putting the Stego first. Ah, stealing the Macaw there would be nice. I wonder if the devs saw this and they were like, we'll patch it later, or if they're just like, oh, we didn't know you could do this. Isn't he clearing the pool of 6-drops? Well, when you sell them, they go back in the pool. So it's more like he's cleaning the pool. He's taking the dirty 6-drops, cleaning them, and then putting them back in. He's a pool guy. Oh, there's that Macaw. Okay, we have hand space. That is huge. So, wait. He doesn't want it golden. Oh, okay. So golden macaw is a waste? Wait, I'm learning here. It's either that or he didn't see it, right? It's that or he didn't see it. I want to see what the final board looks like. If he sell these macaw in the end, I'm gonna be so surprised because like there's no way, right? Soul Titus too. Titus is not necessary for chicken comp because Titus is not a beast. It's not really that good. Sewer Lord. Okay, he wants 2 Sewer Lords. Wait, are we even playing these macaws then? What the hell, bro? Yeah, Titus is not part of the Stegodon comp, but I have not played that much Stegodon lately, so I want to see. Dude, the fact that he can't find this last chicken is so hilarious. He's seen so many 6 drops. Alright. Sell, sell, sell. Also, he still needs... Okay. Okay, he's just... Okay, he's really not in favor of tripling them. He has eyes for the Stego, right? It's a 4-drop? It is a 4-drop, yeah. And he only wants 1, right? So that's why he sells 1. That's fine. I guess he just needs scarabs, right? There's no... yeah, I mean, he can get reborns. He needs a ton of scarabs. That's true. I don't think he's actually seen a scarab yet. Now, to be fair, he doesn't roll that much because so much of his time is spent opening triples. So I think he wants to get the Discover Beast here, right? Okay, we're playing 1 chicken. No scarab. Wisdom Ball is like pretty good. Ooh, be careful with that. That might pull your chicken off the board. So he's just using the macaw to get more Sewer Lord. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh, 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 the humanity. Oh, oh. The funny thing is that we actually have only a 51% to lose here. So if we go first, these chickens actually carry him. If he has the Stego buff on the chickens, he apparently still wins here, which is ludicrous. According to Tracker, right? And I think a Tracker might be correct because Golden Chicken is one hell of a card. It's a very, very good card. Like if you've never seen Stegodon with Golden Chicken, like my god. It does some work. Now, remember when we said, oh, he finds the armor that's huge? That's why, right? Okay, he has to sell something now. Are we selling one of these macaws? We are, right? Up the Poltron. Yep. Little detail, but why not? Oh, okay, there it is. There it is. Double Golden Chicken. So he doesn't even need to do the trick anymore now. He just needs it for money, but he doesn't need more 6s. Because he's got 6 of the 7 Poltrons. Feels like we're talking about Blue Eyes White Dragon. 6 of the Blue Eyes White Chickens are on my board. What are you gonna do, Yugi boy? Alright, so now it's Scarab. Alright, so he sells a macaw after all that work, but it's because he's got 2 sewer guys now, right? The, yeah, reborn on the chickens, making sure they don't go down. Now it's just get more scarab, because he probably ideally wants reborn on everything except... Ooh, that's a cheap reborn. That's true. Yep, you can get that too. He's actually running out of gold, but he has his, like, break glass in case of poor button. If he ever gets poor, he can just start cycling Graverobbers again. It's a great button to have. Now, we are below cap, so every turn it's full power here. Hamul's pretty good. Pretty happy to buy that. Scarab. That's a freeze, I guess. Yep. Alright, cool. So now the comp is almost complete, right? We're just missing a bunch of reborns. But look at these chickens now, guys. They both attack twice and they shield again. You don't want to give the chickens Wind Fury, by the way, because then they just die. And Sewer Lord is such a nice unit here because it spawns tokens that make taunts. It just gives him so much staying power. Because normally Stegodon loses against Kangor for sure, but with the chickens, it's looking okay, right? He just kills 4 things every time these chickens attack. It's so good. Because Stegodon is not supposed to beat a token comp. Yeah, Stegodon is not supposed to beat the token comp, but double golden chicken, every time he has Avenge 4, he kills 4 things. So now imagine if he can just get reborn on these sewer lords as well. That's a big deal. I'm guessing we just sell Macaw now, right? After all that work, we sell our Macaw. These Macaws have been with us forever. He's looking at the... Oh, he has a reborn taunt instead of the Mana Saber. Sure. It removes shields, but the chickens attack right away when they have shields, so that should never be a problem. Okay. There we go. He can sell a Sewer Lord here to keep going. Yeah. Now he has enough space and he can press his infinite money button again. That's so funny. Small buff so he doesn't get blasted. That's fair. Why not, right? If one has infinite money, one might as well play around Blaster. Trying to blast his own board. He's just like Galakronding and then he realizes, what's the point? I guess he can Galakrond for Scarab. He's got the Sewer Lord in his hand already. Okay, he's checking for the last chicken. I don't know if he cares. You'll never be able to play the game like this. I mean, we are watching like top-end gameplay here. This is like very, 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 very tough to do. Time to win for the Stego. The chance that it lives is so small, but it's you may as well. I mean, I guess you could have reborn the other Sewer Lords. Sure. Maybe that is like... Yeah. But I guess he is trying to still go infinite money later. Combo seems way too stressful. I mean, it should definitely be patched out of the game. I think we're probably gonna... Oh, we actually found the one guy where he can win Fury. That's hilarious. I think we're likely going to see Radio Star to only work in combat. Right, that's like the elegant fix here. What did you join into? You joined infinite money into double golden chicken. It was cool to see him use his infinite money, right? It was very, very... Like, we saw that in this lobby, he was like, oh, Stegodon is the move. He was very, very, very set on Stegodon, like, super early already. Is a Mana Saber better for this comp? Well, no, the rat gives you way more tokens than Mana Saber, because the rat makes a thing that makes more things, whereas Mana Saber just makes taunts. The downside is that you don't always have taunts. The upside is you have way more things. If he was playing Mana Sabers instead of Sewer Lords, he would have not beaten the Kangor board, I think. So now he has to be a little bit careful if he is still going to sell for his... He has to ask himself if he's still going to sell for his combo or if he just keeps this. I think you're fine keeping this, to be honest. He's playing around Cleave here. Oh, right. This is the big-ass dragon guy, right? Yeah, this is a big-ass dragon guy. Beetle spells are pretty good, right? I don't think that griefs us. Only if it's like spawns a taunt next to the chicken later or something and then you get cleaved, but that's like so specific. He can go more, but then he has to sell his Macaw or his taunt as well. It seems unnecessary. Oh, he's tripling. Oh. Wait, whoa, we're tripling. Wait, ooh. Okay, wow, he's going in. Bro, wait, what? Huh. Okay, he's just wait, what are we doing? We sold our money button too? Oh, he wants to have double Mana Saber. He wants to have more taunts for the cleave. Isn't that bad though? I feel like we did not really want to do that. He's really thinking about the cleave, right? Because he knows this guy is a cleave enjoyer. And maybe he knows it's double cleave. So he has to try really, really hard to not get kicked here, but... Okay, his chicken lives. And now he gets the Macaw on the sewer. I don't know, I think... So what's the advantage of tripling the Sewer Lord? It doesn't summon more dudes, right? So I feel like that's just like a time pressure thing where he's figuring out how to beat the cleave guy, and he's like just making an error. I'm not sure. Guess we can always ask him, right? Next time he's in chat, or if he's watching the video, drop a comment below. Tell us why you tripled the sewer guy. But it's interesting gameplay for sure. I like, he was in a spot where a lot of people, and I think myself included, would have just died because he had an awful Galewing start. Was not good. Okay, as another sewer guy, he doesn't have to respect the cleave anymore. At least I think. Yeah, he's checking. Do we have any information on this guy? He doesn't. Almost got griefed by the saber positioning. Well, I mean, it's hard to... If he didn't have taunts, it would be worse, though, right? I think? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Golden Macaw does not matter. You never have enough board space to summon more things. This looks so difficult to pilot. It seems very, very, very hard. Ooh, Reborn Macaw is sweet. Do not reborn your Stegodon, by the way, if you're doing this, guys. You want your Stegodon to land on the next unit, and you want the next unit to then execute his rally buff. You do not want the Stegodon to reborn, because it's going to slow your whole comp down. You would much rather attack with the Macaw, who then summons the rats, right? Instead of just attacking with the Stegodon again. His reborn is in front of his regular guy, so that's like a small oversight. I think it's because Macaw triggering on the golden, in your brain you're like, oh, I want Macaw to trigger on the golden or something. But he just didn't think about it. Like, it's gonna miss reborn now, right? Oh no, it's not. Okay, well, that worked out. Maybe he's a genius, Chet. What do I know? I think it's probably just like careless, but it worked out. Hey, man, this guy is a mech enjoyer, but it's just no shot, right? Golden Chicken is so good, bro. How much damage is he at? 270? 270,000. Chicken attacks again. 500,000. 740. 1,000,004. 1,000,004. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. Over 1,000,000 damage here.